Anybody have questions on microservice architecture? Okay. Say yes or no. Yesterday's microservice architecture, Satish, Natarajan,
Yeah.
Lavanya, Sindhu, you guys are already discussed, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any questions? Why do we people are moving into microservice architecture? Forget about .NET technology, forget about Java technology, forget about Python technology. A basic technology, what is the purpose behind people are joining microservice architecture?
It will has an independent database.
Okay.
Yeah, and we can use the API gateways for the multiple calls to the web server
Okay.
from the client.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so every application is loosely coupled with another application. So since it is loosely coupled, even if one fails, it doesn't affect the other applications. And yeah, since the calls are routed through API gateway, so that is one of the example of microservice architecture.
Very good. Good catch. Natarajan? What do you have any understanding on microservice architecture yesterday's work? Okay, fine. Now today I want to talk about communication between web's application with web client. How this will happen? Can anyone tell me? Who make a request first? Client or application? Come on, guys. Who make a request? Step 1. Web client saying www.google.com. Understand? Is making a request to web server hosted in a web application. Am I right or wrong? Say yes or no. This statement is correct.
Yeah.
Everybody. What web server will do in step 2? Web server detect the request, route it to corresponding web application to process, right? What it will process? What it will
Request.
process?
The request we are telling it.
The request we are going to process. Let's take an example. You are going to ICC bank or you are going to any bank. Who is your client and who is your server in the front office in the system? Who make a request? Assume any one of you going to the bank, you want to get a statement. What they will do? They will receive the request from you. They will go and search in the back office, get the result. That result will given to you. Am I right or wrong? Say yes or no.
Yeah.
The similar fashion in web application terminology, user make a request with the web client browser. That request will go to the web server, process the request, generate the response. Okay, what it is doing? Process the request and then generate the response, send back to the web client. Finally, what it is doing? And send back to the web client. What it is sending back to the web client? What it is sending the back to the web client?
The details we are asking it.
The response. Response will be sent back to the client. Not details. It is a response.
Okay.
Understand? See, I'll show you one thing. MS Paint. Assume this is your server. You all clear with this? What is this? What is this? This is your web
Server.
server. In this server, you deployed a web application called eStore. You have deployed an application called eStore. Right? Say yes or no? Say yes or no? Lavanya, Rahul, everybody.
Yeah.
Natarajan,
Yes, sir.
Satish.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now the point here is this guy. I have a client here. I have a client here. Any client. What is the client? Web client. Okay. When you make a request, server detect the request, pass it to the eStore application. Here, what will happen? This guy, this eStore guy, accept a request. Accept a request. Second point, process the request. Third point, generate the response. Fourth point, send the response back to the client. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Understand? Whom you are going to receive the response? From whom you are going to get the response? To the client. This is how typically any web application is happening. Forget about what technology you are building. Forget about what application you are accessing. The typical client server architecture will work in this manner. Clear my point? Everybody clear?
Yes.
So, what is your third point here? What is your third point? Can anyone draft me a third point? Web client receives a response displayed to the user. Displayed to the user based on the request. Am I right or wrong? This is what the third point is happening, right? Anything else it is happening? Say yes or no? Lavanya or anyone?
No.
Rahul, Neralla, Satish. Anything apart from this is happening?
No.
No. Fine. Now, third point is, can you tell me these are two independent machines? Server is one machine and client is another machine. Am I right?
Yes.
When you make a request, what request you are making? What you are passing in the request?
We are
What you are
passing the
passing?
information about the Data which we will need.
Come again.
We are
What you are
requesting.
passing?
We are passing information of the data which we will need from the web server.
You are passing
Information through
information.
API.
What information you are passing? You are passing data. Are you passing a data here?
Yes.
Anything you are making a request for data, right? Say yes or no.
Yes.
Without data, do you need to build an application?
No.
Why we are building applications? What is the reason behind we are building applications? Think about it. We build application for the data. We build the application for the data, not for any other thing. Am I right?
Yes.
So end of the day, client making a request with the data, client making a request with the data, and server receive the request with the data, generate the response, send the response as a data back to the client. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So now the point here is slightly you modify your statement here. How you are modifying the data? Web client is making a request to the web server hosted in the web application for a data, for a requested data. Am I right?
Yes.
Web server detect the requested data, route it to the corresponding web application, process the requested data, generate the response data, and response data sent back to the client. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
And finally, the web client will receive a response data, display the data to the user based on the requested data. Clear my point?
Yeah.
Everybody understand?
Yes.
Everybody clear with the point? Now,
Yes.
sir, how this data is passing from server to client? Simply you will pass the data? No. You pass the data as a context. For that, listen carefully. I'm removing this one. Listen. Assume you make a request and you are receiving a response. Okay. This will be your request. What is this? Request. And this will be your response. For any web application, any web API, any cloud architecture. Okay. Be it to be Salesforce, be it to be .NET, be it to be Java, any web application, the request response will come. When you're making a request, the data will be transmitted in a format of either JSON or XML. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Your data should always transform in a format of request and response. When you make a request, okay, you see, this is your request. The request has two information. What are all those information? Can anyone tell me? There are two information you are transforming data. What is that? I want you guys to talk.
Yeah,
Most
header
of
and
you
body.
working in real time.
So the headers and body.
JSON.
You can JSON.
or XML. The data always transform in JSON or XML.
formats.
Here, the format will be header. The format will be request.
Body.
Understand? This is the format you are passing. What is the format we are passing? The format we are passing is header and request. The same kind of JSON or XML, you are going to receive a response back to the client from the server. How you are making a response back to the server? Can anyone tell me?
Same in either JSON or XML format.
Same the way, whatever the way you are passing, the same JSON format you are retrieving. Am I right?
Yes.
So here, I am passing data. What is the data we are passing, ma? What is the format of data we are passing?
JSON and XML.
The data is JSON or XML. The response you are getting as a JSON or XML, and it contains header. It also contains response body. What body? Response body. Clear my point? So you understand how the data is receiving, how the data is passing.
Yes.
Sir, can you prove me what you are saying this will happen in the real project or not? Let me show you the project. The last batch I created a project. I will show you the project. eStore admin. Yeah, it's open. Now we created a project. I think Sindhu, you are the only person was there, right? In that one,
Yeah.
nobody else. Let it be loaded. Yes, it's loaded. Now you see here, when I run the project, it will load data. Listen carefully, it will load data. Browser is making a request. Say yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Is sending a request.
Fine. Now see the data is loaded in the page. Say yes or no? Now right click, go to inspect of the browser. You see in the network, when you refresh, you got the images. Say yes or no? You got the images, everything you are getting, right? When you click on localhost, you get the response here. Say yes or no, ma?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yes.
You got a response?
Yes.
This response, where it is coming from? This response is coming from server, or this response in the client?
From the server.
Servers.
From the
Server.
server. Am I right or wrong? And one more thing, in the header, you see there is a response header and request header. Say yes or no?
Yeah.
You are having a headers or not?
Yes.
Yes.
If you look into the request header, you see what is the type of data you are making a request? HTML. Text-HTML data, right?
Yes.
From which browser it is sending? What is the URL you are sending?
Full host.
Everything. From which platform of the machine you are sending? Everything is there or not?
Yes.
And the same way, in the response, what it is saying, can anyone tell me? What type of project it is? .NET or Java or what?
ASP.NET.
ASP.NET. From which server it is running?
IIS 10.
So, whenever you make a request and response, this will be send you back as a whenever you make a request from the browser will get a response in the format of this along with the headers. You understand my point?
Yes, sir.
Everybody
Yes.
understand?
Yes. Yes.
The same concept which I draw the diagram here. Is it correct? This is fit with that?
Yeah.
Is it fit on this or not? Say yes or no?
Yes.
So do you all get the clarity that how you are getting data from server to client, client to server?
Yes.
Hold on a second. Yes. Why? कौन है रे तुम? Okay. Okay. क्या बोलो? I will complain to police station. Okay. You talk to police station. The way you are talking and you are talking about mother, this is not correct. Fuck you, get lost. Cut the call. Sorry, guys. Kamlesh,
Yes, sir.
this guy is from Delhi.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Every day and night, see, he is still calling now. He is from Uttar Pradesh. Okay. He is speaking very, very bad language in Hindi. I don't know that words. What should I do?
Okay. So
Come
what is
again?
your number? You will be share the numbers.
Yeah. I'll give you a number. 93688.
Can you ping in the chats? Can you ping yes?
Chatting. I'm putting in the group.
Yeah.
93 688 09502.
Okay.
This is the number,
Will be-
Kamlesh.
Okay, I'll be checks.
Check and
Thank you
let
so
me
much
know
for
who
this.
is he. Can I continue?
Okay, yes.
So the point here is, you get the request, you get the response, and that will come back to the client. Okay. Now, the data is coming like that. The response and request and everything is coming. And the preview of the data should be, you see there is a preview of data. Without your HTML, preview of data is coming or not? Say yes or no.
Yeah.
Now you all understand, right? You can easily know, right, which technology any project is being built. Say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
From which server it is executing. Let's give me some name of the URL. Any URL you can give me. Say I will tell you itask.tech.com. Okay. Now itask.tech.com got loaded. I'm just going here, inspect element. Now go to my source or network, refresh. I'm getting itask.tech.com as a response. You see there is a preview. Go to the response. You got all the response. Go to the headers. You see there are 19 itask.tech.com and what is the time of it and which server it is executed. Everything is there. You are making a request and then the response it is given you. See, what is the server, ma? What is the server? Can anyone tell me? Come again?
Apache.
Apache server. And when it has been modified, the request, the file has been modified.
December
When it has been
2024.
accepted, what type of data it is reviewing. And preview also you can see. Response also you are getting. Initiator, timing, everything will be there in the request. All the images are loaded. You see, slide images, logo images, about images, everything will be downloaded to your browser. You understand my point? Everybody understand my point?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you need to detect your servers. Why I am telling this one is in future, when I'm trying to implement security concept in .NET MVC core, I want you guys to work on this headers and everything. Clear my point? Kamlesh,
Yes.
Lavanya, Natarajan, Satish, Rahul, Sindhu. Everybody understand?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So this is how it
Yes,
will
yes.
work. Clear my point?
Yes.
Now tell me, what is the format of data it will be traverse? What
JSON.
format of data? What format
JSON.
of data you are getting?
JSON.
JSON format. And that JSON format will be comes into here as a application. See, the images are downloaded, styles are downloaded, bootstraps are downloaded, where the JS files, everything got downloaded to ensure this page to be loaded. Clear my point?
Yes.
Now coming to today, what topic we are going to cover as part of course? Tomorrow I'm going to start with ASP.NET Core. Okay. Now first point, I am going to cover ASP.NET MVC Core for 25 sessions. How many sessions I'm going to cover?
25.
25.
25.
How many sessions I'm going to cover?
25.
25. In that, we need to build CRUD operation end-to-end. Clear my point?
Yeah.
And we are also going to talk about MVC design architecture. If you complete this 25 session, 90% of your entry question comes in this. 90% of interview questions will be arised on this right? Now, after that, I'm going to teach you Angular 16. It will require approximately 35 to 40 sessions. How many sessions? Approximately how many sessions we are going to cover?
35 to 40.
Come again?
35 to 40.
We are going to here also building CRUD operation using ASP.NET Core Web API building. Clear my point? You are going to learn everything, all the topic in Angular. What are all the topic we are going to cover in Angular is the first one, Angular architecture. First, we are going to cover Angular architecture. Second one, we are going to cover directives. Third one, we are going to cover hooks. Fourth one, we are going to cover decorators. There are input decorator, output decorator, view child decorator, content child decorator. There are so many decorators are there. Okay. Fifth one, we are going to cover services. Sixth one, when we implement services, we are going to talk about dependency injection. In Angular also, we are going to talk about dependency injection. Don't worry about it. Seventh one, template forms. Eighth one, reactive
forms.
forms. These are all the main concepts. Ninth one, I'm going to cover a topic called routing mechanism. These are all the major topics in Angular I will cover. After completing this, building a microservice project using ASP.NET MVC core. What core? MVC core. And then after building this, we are going to deploy MVC core API using Docker. Okay. And second one, after deploying of Docker container, we are going to use Azure virtual machine for deployment. Deployment using CI/CD pipeline. What is meant by CI/CD pipeline? Can anyone tell me?
Continuous integration and continuous development.
Continuous integration and continuous development.
Deployment.
Or you got my point?
Yes.
So
Okay.
this is the thing we are going to teach in microservices. Or you got my point? For this one, you required minimum to minimum 80 hours. Because when you build a microservice MVC core API, you need a front end for it, right or not? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Your front end
Yes.
is Angular. Angular 16. Clear my point?
Yes.
Anybody have any questions on this? Will the courses worth?
Yes.
Sir, why is there less sessions for .NET and more for Angular, as .NET is a vast course?
Come again?
Sir, why is there more sessions of Angular and less sessions for .NET, as .NET is much more vast than Angular? It has more topics.
See, .NET will build for APIs. You are asking this one 25 session?
Yes, sir, as .NET is a
I
vast
will tell
course,
you. I
Then
tell you
Angular.
what are the topics I will cover. I'm going to cover middleware in MVC core. Okay. I'm going to cover routing. I'm going to cover controllers. I'm going to cover views. I'm going to cover models. Okay. I'm going to cover services. I'm going to cover repository, which is going to talk to the database. In repository, we are going to cover entity framework core, code first approach. What approach? Code first approach. I'm going to build everything in the code. It will automatically talk to the database. Okay. And I'm going to cover IOC and dependency injection. I'm going to cover Razor View engine. Okay, all these things we can build as a project. I'm not teaching separately. You understand, right, Rahul?
Right, sir.
Here also in the 45 session, 35 session, 5 to 6 sessions are ASP.NET Core Web API.
Okay, sir.
You got the point?
Yes, sir.
See, is there any other topic apart from Angular is required? Since you are an Angular developer, you tell me.
So there are many more topics like pipes.
See, pipes and all, it's a very small topic here.
Okay, then
What is
there is
that?
not much topic left, I think.
Come again?
Interceptors.
Interceptors are comes from dependency injection, right?
Right, sir.
When you are injecting a service, interceptor will comes to role of interceptor comes into play, right?
Right, sir.
That's it. What else?
Let me think. Directive hooks, decorators. That's it. There's not much topic in Angular.
That's what I'm saying. See, to cover this 9 topics, I require 25 days. To build a CRUD operation, I need both Angular and .NET integrated as an API. Here, I'm not building API, the first class. I'm building a front-end application. When I come here, I'm building API for you so that you will integrate your front-end with the API. Clear my point? Lavanya? Natarajan?
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, sir.
Sir, since you have this link queue concept.
Link queue is by default here. At the time of entity framework, you are going to write a query.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Yeah.
Anything else?
But I don't know basics of C#.
See, if you really want C#, I can give you my videos.
So will we need C# before ASP.NET?
ASP.NET only I am teaching.
Yes, but
ASP.NET
it's
core only I am teaching.
okay, sir. But we will need basics of C#, right?
Yes, definitely. See, if you know TypeScript as a programming language, learning C# is not a big deal.
Okay.
80% of your TypeScript will comes similar to C# only.
Okay, sir.
Are you using interface concept?
Yes, sir. Interface, extends,
Hmm.
types,
Hmm.
and inheritance.
Inheritance you are using. The same thing will be in C#.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Sir, can you include the design pattern also?
Come again?
At least, can you add design pattern also? Only two
What design
lectures,
pattern?
if possible, then you can add. Then it will be better.
See, I will tell you, Kamlesh, design patterns all now when you come into
Only
MVC,
can you give 2 lectures and
listen. MVC itself a design pattern.
okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And the old design patterns you are talking, like factory, abstract factory, are all and all. When
Yes.
you go and build a big projects, a Windows-based application, those design patterns are mandatory. Okay.
Only 2 to 3 design pattern will be needed. Only 1 or 2 lecture will be required, sir.
Yeah, I will take care. Probably if we get the last session of the intro, definitely we will think about it.
Okay, a lot of thanks, sir. Thanks. Because a lot of the company will be asking like the singleton factory, abstract factory design patterns.
No, definitely we will do that.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, sir. Thanks.
Anybody have any questions? Lavanya, you're speaking something.
Yeah. Actually, some idea on API gateways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. API gateway, I will explain when we go for microservice.
Okay.
Satish, do you have any questions? Satish? Neerella Satish.
No. I don't have any questions.
Where are you from? Did you spoke to me today?
Yeah.
Can you call me after this call?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
Sir, in the 9 p.m. will be not required to join. No? 9 p.m.
9
batch.
p.m. I'm planning to go for Angular. If you want to close the batch as soon as possible, you can join. Otherwise, no need.
Okay.
Okay. Clear my point? Everybody clear with that?
Yeah.
Sir, can you share this content in the chats? Because we'll be focused
Come
on
again?
the topics. Can
Come again?
you share, sir, can you share this content in the chat section?
No.
Chat
I
box?
will share my PDF document. Don't worry.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions? If not, we can wind up today. We'll connect tomorrow. Feel free to talk.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Just a second. Let me stop recording.